It's that rare opportunity to change the quality of life. Things that you and I take for granted every single day, that's what it's all about.
30 or 40 years ago, Congress created a program that was designed to address a critical shortage of affordable housing in rural America. Using a public-private partnership concept, it called upon private sector operators of real estate to do the day-to-day work of owning, constructing, and then managing the real estate. And for its part, the federal government provided financing in the form of very attractive, long-term, low-interest rate loans. This program was phenomenally successful. As a result, there were some 15,000 communities constructed that, to this day, provide affordable housing for lower-income rural folks, predominantly elderly people. The need that Congress was addressing 30 or 40 years ago still exists. There are still a great number of lower income and elderly folks who live in rural America and who need affordable housing. But it's aging, it's deteriorating, and some of it deteriorating quite rapidly. It needs to be renovated and refreshed. It needs to be repositioned for the next 30 or 40 years.
To evidence the demand for affordable housing, the average occupancy rate across rural America is in the mid-90s. The average household income for a USDA 515 property is only $11,000 per year, even less for senior properties. We were contacted by Boyd Management out of Columbia, South Carolina, who was faced with the challenge of preserving their aging portfolio. They have about 300 of the properties scattered across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, and they're all 25, 30 years old. They're at the end of their useful life, about to become obsolete. Did not have built-up reserves to do any capital, significant capital improvements to them. But there's 24 units here, there's 32 units there, and how do you go about doing that in today's economic environment? So we came up with a creative, innovative plan to preserve this much-needed housing. We basically pooled them together in a statewide portfolio-type transaction and are able to have a major impact in their real estate schedules that they own. There was a particular transaction in Georgia that we recently closed that was a major undertaking.
Oh, it's very exciting. It's very exciting. I just can't wait to see it happen.
It makes me feel like someone thought about me.
You know, the beautiful part, and that y'all gonna do 6 apartments a day or 8 apartments a day, that is very exciting. And so, I just can't wait till it happens.
This particular transaction had 44 different properties across the state of Georgia. It was approximately 1,300 units, or 1,300 homes, in 30 different counties. The sheer volume was a challenge.
The team of 50 or 60 guys will come in that day. They'll remove the cabinets, they'll put new cabinets in, they'll do the plumbing, they'll replace the water heaters, the HVACs, the outlets, the switches, the light fixtures.
We accomplish this in probably about 6 to 8 hours on a daily basis.
And at 6 o'clock that afternoon, when the tenant comes home, they will walk into a clean, fresh, new apartment with all of these things new.
Oh, God, oh man, it's beyond words. I've never had someone to do something this nice. My apartment's gonna be so much nicer. I've been anticipating this all day, and I just, I couldn't imagine what it would look like. But it's very nice, it's wonderful, and I thank y'all for doing this.
It's easy to say that you can accomplish economies of scale by aggregating little properties and doing them all at once, but it's quite another to actually accomplish it, to actually pull it off. So what are the next steps? How do we keep this going? These RD staffers are tasked with preserving 15,000 apartment communities. That is a gargantuan task. But they can accomplish great things with very little resources. Using this portfolio technique that Greystone and others are deploying, it requires very little government resources to accomplish an amazing amount of good.
It really is a model preservation method to preserve this housing across any state, and we're able to improve the quality of life of residents across rural America.